Good morning, everybody. We'll begin today's session. I have included certain calculative as well as visual ability-based question in this session. So here you're provided a tetrahedral. It has 4 solid spheres. Second. Yeah. So this tetrahedral has 4 solid spheres, and the radius of the spheres is 40. These spheres are placed on the 4 corners of the regular tetrahedron. The side of it is 120. The side of the tetrahedral is, this total dimension is 120 centimeters, or radius आपका इतना 40 centimeters is given. The centers of the sphere coincide with the corners of the tetrahedron. So that's why we are taking from the center of the sphere the distance to be 120. What is the radius of the largest sphere that can be accommodated within the tetrahedral? So यहाँ पे, if I accommodated another sphere inside, what will be the radius of the sphere? Now, one principle that you have to know, the height. So height of a tetrahedral, like if I draw and extrapolate the edges here like this, एक यहाँ पे आएगा corner आपका और एक ऐसे आएगा. So this is what a tetrahedral will look like. Now the center of this base triangle, this is, I'm drawing with another color, so it's easier. So this is, sorry. So this is what the base triangle is. The center of that base triangle is called the height of the tetrahedral. This much. This is the height of the tetrahedral. The formula for finding the height of the tetrahedral, h, is the whole root of 2 by 3 a. Now here a is side of tetrahedral. This is a formula for the height of the tetrahedral, where h is this dimension. पूरा triangle का base है इसका, उसका center and the top vertex का distance is the height of the tetrahedral. Now, why is the height significant for us in this question is because if I take the centroid of, say, if I take the centroid of this kind of a triangle, which is inside this triangle, which is formed inside the tetrahedron, or any triangle with जो इसका side का center और ये vertex से बनता है, where the height is becoming a part of the part of the altitude of the triangle. Now what happens here is this point which happens in the center, which is a centroid of the tetrahedral, which is the core center. The in a triangle, if you know, the centroid always divides the median into the centroid, divides the median into 2/3 and 1/3 of the total height. Now, if I'm taking in this triangle, just let me draw the triangle. Yeah. Now, if I'm taking this triangle with the median and the centroid wala system, where one is vertex, another is another vertex, or one is the center of one edge. In that kind of a triangle, which is this one, the centroid will divide it into 2/3 and 1/3 of it. Now, if I inscribed a circle, and if I take the radius as 1/3 of the height and I draw a circle around it, the circle will touch all the edges of the triangle, which means that circle will be inscribed within the triangle. And if I take the radius to be 2/3, which is this much dimension, I'm drawing it in, let me draw it in red only. If I'm taking the radius to be 2/3, which is this much, and drawing the circle around it, that 2/3 of the circle ka jo banega, that will be circumscribed around the triangle. So if I were to find the largest sphere that can be accommodated within the tetrahedral, the radius of that sphere will have to be 1/3 of the height of the tetrahedral, because if I were to inscribe the circle, because it's given within the tetrahedron, the sphere will be inscribed within the tetrahedral such that it will touch all the edges of the tetrahedral. In that case, the sphere radius will have to be 1/3. Now, if you were given that which is the largest sphere that can be accommodated outside the tetrahedron, touching all the vertices, in that case, we would be taking the radius to be 2/3 of the height. Because when I take the centroid as a center of the circle and I take all the vertices I take 2/3 of the height as my radius, this much height as my radius, that circle or that sphere which will be formed, which will be circumscribed outside the tetrahedron. Now here we have to find the largest sphere which can be accommodated within. That's why we'll take 1/3 of the height. That will be the radius of the sphere. So here first what I will do is I will of course first have to find the height of the tetrahedron. So the height of the tetrahedron, I know the formula. H is the whole root of 2/3 into A ka value is 120. It's already given in the question. I don't have to do anything. So the answer of this will be the whole root of 2/3 will be approximately 0.8164. It's a recurring, so I'm not extending beyond this. Multiply by 120, which is approximately equal to 97.97. This is centimeters. So this is the height of the tetrahedral H. I have to find the radius. The radius is 1/3 of the height. So 1/3 into 97.97, which is approximately equal to 32.65 centimeters. Okay. If we were supposed to find the radius of the sphere which circumscribes the tetrahedral, then this we will have to take r equal to 2/3 of h. Here we have to find the largest sphere that can be accommodated within the tetrahedral. That's why we have taken 1/3 of the h, which is the radius of the sphere or the radius of the circle, which can be circumscribed within the tetrahedron. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, so this, if you want to see, this is, I have borrowed it from one of the references on the internet, and this is how they have solved and found out the value of the height of the tetrahedron. Okay, but you, for safer side, you can remember it as height of the tetrahedral is 2/3 of the, the whole root of 2/3 of the side. Okay. We'll move to the next question now. What you're given here is, you're given section P that shows 3 views of a regular dice. This is one view, second view, and third view. 10 of such regular dice are stacked on an opaque table as shown in the section Q. This is one side of the view, this is other side of the view. What is the maximum sum that can be achieved adding the numbers on the visible surfaces from all angles? We don't have to count the number of surfaces which are hidden, but we have to find the surfaces that are seen. Now here what is given is we have to find the maximum sum. So I will definitely have to take the highest value, which is 6/4 will be my first choices if there are 3 surfaces visible, followed by 3 and 2 if there are 5 surfaces visible. Okay, so I'll first examine the, I'll first find out which are the opposite sides of the dice. Why will I find out? Because I'm shown 2 sides. So if I know what is coming here, I can actually gauge के इसके पीछे वाला जो surface यहाँ पे आ रहा है आपका, उसका भी, sorry, यहाँ पे आ रहा है, उसका भी number I can, or value I can know. That's why we have to find the opposite sides. Okay. So 6, 5 and 4 is one trio, 6, 2, 3 is another trio, which means 5 और 4 के पीछे 2 or 3 होगा. Now किसके पीछे क्या आएगा? I will find by orientation of these dots. Where there are vertical lines, where there is 4 is parallel to the lines, which means के 3, 4 यहाँ पे जो number आएगा वो parallel to this edge होना चाहिए, which is number 3. So यहाँ पे 3 आएगा और यहाँ पे 2 आएगा. And of course, this, if you can see, 3, 2 और नीचे वाला दिया है आपका view, which is 1, which means 6 के opposite side is 1. Also, very interesting thing to notice is the opposite sides add to equal number, which is 7. 6 plus 1, 7. 4 plus 3, 7. And 5 plus 2 is 7. 6 and 1 are opposite sides, 4 and 3 are other opposite sides, and 5 and 2 are other opposite sides. This is what we have established here by looking at all the three views. Okay. Now I will start I'll start organizing all the numbers here. Okay. I'll start from top to bottom for my A's. So the top dice, which is here, one dice, that has only one surface which is invisible. So the lowest value of the surface is 1. I will say okay, 1 is the one which is not which is hidden. And yeah, and also one more thing, the addition of all numbers of the dice will be equal to 7 plus 7 plus 7, which is 21. It's also important thing to note that. So I know that ऊपर वाला जो first dice है, उसका सिर्फ एक ही surface hidden है, which is 1. So the number that will come, the value of the first dice, the addition of all the sides of the first dice will be 21, which is a total number, minus 1, which is hidden, which is equal to 20, as I have established. Now, if you observe, I'm marking here certain dices to be A, and A. All these dices which are marked 1, 2, 3, 4, all these 4 dices which are marked as A, all these 4 dices का आपके same sides visible है. There are two surfaces that are not visible of these dices which are marked as A. They happen here, 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 and here. Which means कि इसका एक edge जो यहाँ पे पीछे आ रहा है और नीचे वाला edge is not visible. यहाँ का भी same situation है. This and this edge is not visible. यहाँ का भी this and this edge, दो edge is not visible in all the dices which are marked as A. What it means कि उन सब dices, उन चारों 4 dices का 1, 2, 3 and 4, all these 4 dices का sum will be the same. Why? Because only 2 surfaces are not visible. I can assume the lowest 2 values, which is 2 and 1, to be the values which are not visible from the backside. Okay, which means the numbers that are visible, if 2 and 1 are not visible in that case, so 2 plus 1 will be 3, which means I have to subtract 21 minus 3. So 21 minus 3 will be equal to 18, which means ऐसे मेरे 4 dices है, so 18 into 4, which is equal to 72. This is all addition. Okay. Now, if you want, I will also write it for your A's. यहाँ पे 6 आएगा, यहाँ पे 5, यहाँ पे 4, 6, 2 and 3. इसके ऊपर भी 6 आएगा, यहाँ पे 5 आएगा, यहाँ पे 4 आएगा, यहाँ पे 5 आएगा, यहाँ पे 4 आएगा, यहाँ पे आपका 3 आएगा और यहाँ पे 3 आएगा, यहाँ पे 6 आएगा. So if I add one of the dices, because all the dices will be the same, 6 plus 5, 11 plus 4. So I'm writing here 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3. 6 plus 5, 11. 11 plus 4, 15. 15 plus 3 is 18, which is what we have found here. Or you can do that 21 is the total addition minus 1 and 2 surfaces which are not visible is equal to 3, either ways. But all these 4 sizes are the same. So ये भी 6 आएगा, ऊपर का भी 6 आएगा, यहाँ पे 5 आएगा, यहाँ पे 3 आएगा, यहाँ पे 3 आएगा, 6, 6, 5, 4, 5, 4. Now, if you observe, this middle dice is the one dice जिसके 3 surfaces not visible है. This dice is the only dice जिसके 3 surfaces not visible है. So I will take the highest 3 values, 6, 5 and 4. They are the only ones which are visible. So 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 4, 15. So ये वाले dice का number 15. Now this is C, जिसका एक ही dice visible नहीं है. इसके अलावा sorry, this is B, जिसका 3 surface visible नहीं है. So that B typology का एक ही dice है. We don't have any other dice. Okay. So B typology का dice is here, A typology का dice is here, and this is the only one जिसका एक ही surface. Top वाला dice है, it's the only one जिसका एक ही surface नहीं visible है, where we assume that non-visible surface to be 1 because we have to find the maximum sum. So that's why we are taking all the higher numbers first. So 20 plus 72 plus 15. Besides this, we have also left out counting. We are yet to count these edges. ये वाले जो भी edges है, उनका अभी तक we have not added. Now, how do we do that? These are the dices जिसके इतने ही surface 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 इतने ही surface visible है. So, which obviously means we'll take the maximum numbers that are there. So, this will obviously be 6 and 5, 6 and 5, 6 and 6. So, the last typology will have 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 6. 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 6 and plus 6. So this will be equal to 6 4s are 24 plus 10, 34. You add that up. So now all I have to do is just add this much back to find the maximum sum. When I add this all of them together, the answer that I will get is 141. Okay. This is 5, this is 6, 6, 5, and 6, and 6. Just for clarity, it was not literally visible, that's why. Okay. Move to the next one. Which option contains the stars that are not found in the image below? Which options contains the star that are not found in the image provided here? Okay. So here we are going to find the stars which are not found. Okay. Okay, chalo. Let's start counting. First thing. So this is here. So I'm saying 1, 1, 2, 3. Visible, I don't think. Okay. So apologies for the network issue. Yeah, so here I have marked all the things which are getting repeated on all the stars and the 2 stars which are actually different. So this and these in A and C are the ones which are different. So they are the options where the stars are not found. So this star is, for example, found here. This is number 2. This is number 3. This is number 4. This is number 5, or sorry, this is number 3 again, similar. Number 3, where was, yeah, this is number 3. This is number 5. This is number 6, which happens here. This is number 7, which happens here. This is 8, which is here. This is 9, which is here. This is 10. This is here. 11 is found here. 12 is here. This is again 1. This is 13, which is, where's 13? Yeah, here. Yeah, this is also 13. This is 14, which is found here. This is 15, this is found here. This is 17, which is found here. This is 16, which is found. 1 second. Sorry. Just 1 second. I just spotted it. Sorry. Yeah. So this is 16, which is spotted here. Okay. So that way we are not able to find this and this one. Now you may argue that this is actually very similar to what we get here, or that is also very similar to what we get here, or here, for instance. Sorry, not here, but here. Now, if you compare these two, these are actually similar shapes, but what we find different is the center part, which is slightly bulged compared to what is seen here. So that's why that, and even in this diagram, you may compare it with this, but the edges are very different. Iska edges, ka side is vertical versus iska, the edges is like this. So that's why they actually are different. So A and C are the ones which are different. Okay. A professional animation studio has created a paper cutout model with movable joints as shown below. So which means that these joints are movable. अभी ऐसा है हाथ, तो ये हाथ ऐसा उठा सकते हैं आप ऐसे. Whatever is the profile. Okay. So these are movable joints which are created here. This is to be used for an animation feature film. Which material will the studio use for the joints? In this case, let me cut to the chase. The correct answer would be nylon wire and eyelet rivet. Look at the material. They're quite flexible to make these kind of flexible joints. With moldable clay and chalk don't work. If there is a pin given, it may still work, but chalk does not work in isolation. Moldable clay will create more kind of a rigid joint. So the closest answer that we have is A and C. Okay. 4 vehicles are trying to take a circular path around the mark point in the center. Select the vehicle with the correct wheel positions. You have to find the vehicle with the correct wheel position. In this case, if I just extrapolate one trajectory, now most of the wheels A, B, and D are fine, but if you just extrapolate the trajectory that C is coming up with, it's actually very much not in alignment with, sorry, it will be something like this. It very much is not in alignment with what A, B, and D are actually, the trajectories of A, B, and D. So C is the one which is actually not the correct wheel positions, and A, B, and D are the correct wheel positions in this case. You just have to extrapolate the trajectory of the pathways here. That's all. C is the only one which is a little bit off compared to A, B, and D. There you can actually connect the trajectories together. That's why. Okay, what you're given here is 9 colored tiles are arranged in 3 by 3 column and rows which are as follows. We are given certain statements. We'll go one by one, okay? Don't worry. But what we have to find is which of the statements is or are true. Now, in order to get back, which I already understand that I have to first create this, I have to first create this block. So I will first just draw that grid for my A's. And based on these statements, I will start writing around the conditions which are getting created. First says that red, blue and purple are in corners. I already know that red, blue and purple are in corners. So I say, okay, maybe this is red, X, blue, X, and then purple. For example, I'm saying it is like this, for example. और यहाँ पे कुछ आएगा इतना. X is the places which I don't know, okay? First condition में इतना दिया है. Brown, yellow and pink are arranged linearly. Now, if I know that red, blue and purple, the three colors are in the corner, brown, pink and yellow are neither of red, blue and purple, and which obviously means कि center वाला जो row है वहां पे ही brown, pink and yellow आएगा. So I say brown, pink and yellow be in the center, and they are brown. They may be arranged like this. Okay, I'm just putting it here like that for now. Black touches green and blue. Green and blue is touching black. Orange does not touch brown and black. We don't know how to situate them, so we are keeping them just like that for now. Okay. Blue touches pink. So I know blue will touch pink in some way. So I obviously say कि blue जहाँ पे भी होगा उसके पास में has to be a pink. So I say blue or purple अगर I'm organizing it here, so obviously this has to be pink in order for blue to touch pink, and also because brown, pink and yellow are happening here. So ये position pink का ही होगा. So then I say okay, blue touches pink is satisfied. ये भी satisfy हो रहा है, ये भी satisfy हो रहा है. Red touches brown. Red is touching brown. So if red is on one corner, so another corner यहाँ पे brown होना चाहिए, which obviously means this is yellow. So I first establish ये brown, yellow or pink will be organized linearly like this. Pink and blue का, now I don't know blue ऊपर आएगा या blue purple नीचे आएगा. I mean, I don't know how they are arranged, so I'm not writing them, but I'm writing here red because I will have to fix it somewhere. So I say red is touching brown, and brown, yellow and pink are organized like this. So this is also getting satisfied. Now, black touches green and blue, and orange does not touch brown and pink. If orange is brown and pink are in these corners, and orange is not touching brown and pink, that means orange either यहाँ पे होना चाहिए या यहाँ पे होना चाहिए. So here we know it is either blue or purple. Here also it is either blue or purple, either of them. And orange either comes here or here. Orange does not touch brown and pink, so that's why it has to be here, because they do that. These are the only tiles which don't touch these two extremities. And what else we are given is red touches brown and blue touches pink. Black touches green and blue. In order, if this is blue and purple, if this is blue and purple, and orange either aa raha hai, in order for black to touch blue as well as green, obviously yahan pe if I put black, and it obviously means, sorry, BLACK, I'm just writing the whole thing because you'll get confused with blue otherwise. Black, then यहाँ पे I might say कि शायद यहाँ पे blue आ रहा होगा और फिर यहाँ पे green आ रहा होगा, which obviously means I have to place orange here. And which means कि ये वाला आपका purple होना चाहिए. Now with this organization, if I just read all the statements one by one and check if all 6 are getting satisfied, it will be correct. Red, blue or purple are on the corners. Red, purple and blue are on the corners. Brown, pink, yellow are arranged linearly. Brown, pink, yellow are arranged linearly. Black touches green and blue. Black, which is here, touches green and blue. Orange does not touch brown and pink. Orange is not touching brown and pink here. And blue touches pink. Blue is touching pink. And red is touching brown. That is also getting satisfied. So by this condition, all 6 things are satisfied, which means I've reached somewhere the correct arrangement. Now I will look at which statements is or are true. The first one, additive primary colors are in diagonal arrangement. No, they are not, because in diagonal arrangement, we also have purple, yellow and green. Okay, that is also coming there. Red, yellow, blue are also coming, but purple, yellow, green are also coming in diagonal arrangement. So we say that is not true. Next part. Red and green are in either same row or column. Red or green are in either same row or column, which is true. They can be, now I can rotate it, even then it will hold true. कि red or green row में भी आ सकता है, column. Like if I rotate this way or clockwise or anti-clockwise 90 degree, तो red, green or blue ऊपर आ जाएगा. I mean, I can still get the same condition, but they can be either organized in row or column, which is true. Purple and green are diagonally opposite to each other. Yeah, that is true. Purple and green are opposite to each other, which is true. Pink is in the center. No, so the center is yellow. Otherwise, the pink won't be touching blue. So that's why the correct answer is here B and C. Okay. We are given a tile X here, which was used to create a pattern which is seamless, without gaps or without overlaps, which is X is the tile or Y is the organization जिसमें कोई gap नहीं है. So इसमें if I just draw the tile, it will be like this. This is the tile, and as you repeat the tile, it will create a seamless without gaps and overlaps, a composition like this. When arranged as shown in Y, in similar manner, which tile from the options will create another seamless composition? Let's start with option A first. यहाँ पे if I were to organize the tile, it will come something like this. Which means यहाँ either way I organize it, linearly भी if I look at it, it won't leave any gaps. So A is correct. B के case में भी if I were to organize the tiling the way it is shown, it will actually come like this. And then whatever is happening in the center. Like this. And then it will keep on happening. So B and A both are seamless. In case of C, when I place this, यहाँ पे gap आएगा आपका. ये वाला जो triangle है, that will, which I have highlighted here and here. This is where the gap happens, so C is not possible. In case of D also, there will be overlaps when the इसके बाजू वाला यहाँ पे आप रो डालोगे, because ये वाला जो edge आ रहा है और ये वाला जो edge है, this edge is bigger than this edge, so this edge won't completely fit here. So when even if I try to place it here, तो ये ऐसे आएगा आपका. Leaving a gap here also and leaving a gap here also. So D is also not possible. The correct answer is A and B. Okay. Which of the option below is or are created by the stamp shown on the left? If you observe the stamp on the left, 100 the number and 100 the number, they are all mirror. Original भी mirror है. Okay. So I will first look at which is when I do the stamp, इसका mirror आएगा, which means actual जो number 100 जैसा दिखता है और original जैसा दिखता है, they will look exactly like that. Now if I look at first option A, yes, the condition is getting satisfied of original written as it is and 100 written as it is. Then when I look at option B, ऊपर का जो है, ऊपर का जो पार्ट है आपका, so even if I rotate it, एक वाला 100 आपका उल्टा आएगा, ऐसे उल्टा आएगा, sorry, ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे आएगा. If I rotate this in this direction, anti-clockwise direction, and I place it like how this is placed, ऊपर वाला जो 100 है वो ऐसा आएगा, so option B गलत है. C वाले केस में it's fine और D वाले केस में also it's fine, no problem. Then I will look at the stars also. Why the stars is because when I was comparing the ACD options together, 100 के दोनों के sides के stars were different between A and C. जैसे ऊपर वाला जो 100 है, एक side dark है, the left side is dark here, and the right side is white. Versus in C, left side is white and right side is dark. I mean, filled, black, blue. So when I observe the question figure, जहाँ पे percentage आ रहा है, वो fill होना चाहिए. So percentage के side वाला filled होना चाहिए. Versus number के side वाला outline होना चाहिए. In case of A, number के side वाला fill है, so A is also wrong. C and D, they both satisfy that condition also. So C and D will be the correct answer in this case. Alphabets A to Z are arranged starting at 6 o'clock, and 3 alphabets with their respective positions are shown in the image given below. Which of the following combinations are correct? Now, when I say that they are starting from A to Z, they are organized from A to Z starting at 6 o'clock. They are organized like this: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. J is already written, and some letters are written, so J already has. So the way I am placing it's correct. K, KB is there. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now all I have to do is I have to go from option by option by option and check for the orientation. So in this case, Goa, 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. G is 3 o'clock position, O is 3 o'clock position, and A is 6 o'clock, which is here, 6 o'clock position. So A is correct. Sky, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. S is in 9 o'clock position here. K is also in 9 o'clock position here. And Y is happening again in 6 o'clock position. So B is also correct. Then we'll move to the next one. FLY, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 3 o'clock is F. This is wrong. F यही वाले H पे आ रहा है. So C is wrong. BYE, B is 9 o'clock position. B is not 9 o'clock position. B is somewhere between 9 and 6. So D is also wrong. So the correct answer will be A and B. Okay. Any doubts? Any questions here? Hopefully. We'll end this session here. Thank you so much.